Oh man, and I forgot to like claim my reward. Not that it really matters because I hit rank 10 already. It's just gonna be Stardust. There's not really like anything else we get out of this. Oh well. 4,000 stars, I mean, like, with how much I've been burning between Kanto Cup and just getting these guys ready for Catch Cup, which I don't regret, because all these Pokemon are ones that I would be willing to use again. The Hypno also has amazing IVs, if you didn't notice, from the screen there. And while I'm not so sure about the other ones, I also never powered up Pokemon like these before, despite how the type of things they can bring into a standard Great League meta, so like I'm definitely going to use them now that I have them until I get better IVs at the very least. But they might be close enough to get IVs that it doesn't even matter. That said, I'm going to completely contradict myself, saying last episode, you guys aren't here for me to battle, and then say, you guys are here for me to battle, so why let's not just get into it and all. Was. And I'm trying to think of what to actually go into this time, because it feels like I burned a lot of good topics in the last one. Maybe I can force a Force Switch. Risky play, but I can get swaps close enough that they're gonna go for the Dark move. Now I'm switching with the hopes that they swap away themselves. Wonderful. I mean, like, this probably walls me even better than the Cypher. But I really didn't want that Cypher to stay in it. I only swap into this Pokemon because I know if I swap into anything else, they would just swap into a harder counter. But at least I'm getting a good chunk of damage for Wigglytuff to come in here and finish up the job. Wow, and they're not even bothering to shield. Whew, well, I'm gonna go into Wigglytuff. Because if I go back into Hypno, I'm going to be stuck in that same mess I was in before with the Cypher. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to repeat the beginning of this battle. And also, we're already down to the second set of Pokemons, and we both have shields still, but it is a charm. It is a charmer. It doesn't really matter if I have shields. I was on the fence, but why not? Let's take one Body Slam. These licks aren't really going to do anything to me anyways. And let's see like which they care more about, the Snorlax or their shields. Because even if they do shield this, I can just go ahead here and finish charming it down. Because if you can't tell, Ghost gets super resisted by normal, which Wigglytuff is, which makes it a surprisingly good counter against this particular Pokemon. Obviously, doesn't hard counter it or anything, but it's still a good chunk of damage. Like to the point of if I really just shield one more time, then Wigglytuff might be able to take care of this by itself. And I mean, like, Shadow Hypno would just be sitting here doing nothing, but I mean, that's fine. With a Charmer out, like, if you can get around not having to use your shields for anything, we all know the deal by now of just how Charmers don't care if you have a shield or not. Oh man, like, the coasters are really doing their job. Like, they're keeping the mist from the liquid stuff actually getting on the table, to the point where they're like sticking to the cup, where I go reach my cup to grab a drink, and they're like, nope, you're coming with me, coaster. I'm your new owner now. Mr. Cup with the Mountain Dew is your new owner, Mr. Coaster. Or should I say Mrs. Coaster? Or just Coaster. Who am I to gender a coaster? Yeah, I might as well shield. Like the fact that I haven't swapped myself. That's what am I doing? They swapped. I can hard counter this. Take care of this Scrafty. I've wasted a shield on nothing. At least I caught it now, but like, definitely feels too little too late. Could have easily saved a shield. Now they're just bringing that Sand Slash back in here, and I pretty much like sacked off my Wigglytuff to the the icy sand gods. This is a surprisingly fitting song. Oh, and I did not expect to have that move. I know you can have that move, but I've gotten so used to them having Bulldoze that I didn't think of that. But, I mean, hey. Get our Sharon out here quicker. Get some Weather Ball. Oh, excuse me. Get some Weather Balls off on them quicker. Perfect for me. Come on. Let me just swap out of here. This is actually perfect. They have no shields. And I have an Ice Punch ready to go. I mean, it's going to take more than one Ice Punch to take care of it. But only way I could have timed the swap sooner was if I could swap as soon as they swapped. This lines up pretty well for me, all things considered. Downside is I don't know if I can get to another Ice Punch before getting knocked out. Ooh, it was just right at the wire. I mean, if I survive this, then I definitely win. If not, I think I'm still in a good position because I can just, like, have Sharon come in and finish up the job. And welcome, Ben Y. Welcome to our Catch Cup adventures. You're just in time to see me completely cream the competition. As long as they don't get any cheeky ideas and, like, try to do their charge move before I can get my Weather Ball off on it. But as long as I can do that, we got this completely under control. I'm not sure if I just have, like, way too good at Pokemon for Catch Cup. Like, I got way too lucky with what I was able to find. Especially that Shadow Hypno, I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, the irony. Like, this Hypno's... I'm not as happy about this Hypno as you might expect. Mostly because I got it during Magmar Community Day when I was actually out walking. I just went in and fought Sierra, like, oh, what the heck? What's the harm of fighting Sierra? Drowsy's a meta-relevant Pokemon. As much as I don't like the Pokemon, I've been meaning to get a good Shadow one. And when do you know it, I fight it, and it ends up being a shiny Drowsy. Ooh, the worst part is that it's not even good IVs because... honestly, none of these guys are great against Hypno, especially with shields. But I think out of all my options, like, this one does the best. I mean, we'll see how well I take the Ice Punch. Not great. But at least I can save a shield for a Pokemon in the back. You know, here I am just, like, singing all the high praises about my team. And then we find a situation where it gets completely walled in. Of course. But as I was saying, yeah, I got the shiny Hypno, and as you can tell by me not using it, its IVs weren't great. In fact, it had, like, perfect attack, and perfect HP, and terrible defense. And then immediately the next rocket balloon I get is of a second Sierra, I fight for the win effect, and it's this particular Drowsy/Hypno that you're seeing on screen now. So, and that one ended up being the good one, like, immediately after I got the shiny. So, like, this shiny Drowsy's just gonna sit around, because, I mean, it's a shiny Shadow. I haven't gotten a shiny Shadow since Pinsir was originally in the game. And here I am, just stuck with it. And speaking of stuck, like, wowies. Look how much my team's gotten whittled away. And they still have a shield. I mean, it'd definitely be the play of a lifetime if I can, like, somehow pull a sweep off. And if they have, like, really bad Pokemon for the situation, they could. Like, if they were both super effective. In a normal situation, I'd be happy to see a Quagsire. But it's only going to do neutral damage, and I don't think neutral damage is going to be enough. When I'm, like, hanging on for dear life, and my only charge moves does that much. Yeah, I mean, it was a valiant effort. We might have been able to at least see the whole team at the very least. Ah well, though. Bravo you for going for the overkill. I suppose you want an applause, dear opponent. And I think we're still, like, doing pretty hot, all things considered. Like, 3 battles, and now it's the first one we lost. Still have plenty of time to, like, grind up on rare candies and Stardust. And I'm kind of curious, like, how much Stardust I'm going to get for reaching rank 10. Okay, for a second there I was wondering if I had to, like, rotate the music back again. I don't want a shield because it's just going to be a mud bomb, but Shadow Pokemon. Frail. Stuck in my head. But then I remember the fact that Hypno's a bulky boy. And, like, the frailness of a Shadow Pokemon gets cancelled out by, like, how bulky it is to try and make it like a normal Pokemon. I'm surprised, like, my opponents let me, like, whittle away their Whisk Cast this much. They're probably waiting for me to shield, so they can use their own shield without feeling behind on the advantage in that. You know what? Of course the game registered Ice Punch when I didn't want to do it. So they're probably not going to shield this. Like, why would you? I feel bad. That feels like a complete waste. Like, I could have had an Ice Punch to bring in on this Wigglytuff. We might have even got 2 Ice Punches off. Who do I even bring? Like, sure, let's have a Charm off. My Wigglytuff is higher HP than your Wigglytuff, so it's gonna win this still match. Hello! Water Ball spam. Now, I'm gonna call a bluff here, because there's no way you got enough energy for a Sludge Bomb already. Yikes! But I swear, like, they got to the Sludge Bomb by the same time frame that I got to a Sunny Day Water Ball. Can't. I mean, like, if you're hyper competitive, of course you're gonna blame me. Of course you know. But in my head, like, they're like, Bullet Seed gets you energy really fast, and I know for a fact that the Sunny Day takes less energy than a Sludge Bomb. So what the hey? Why are we in this mess in the first place? Ugh, I think my only hope at this point is just, like, somehow get enough energy to, like, save an Ice Beam for the... Or they could just bring in Wigglytuff here and just crush all my hopes and dreams. You know what it is? I got too aware. I got too aware that we were doing well. So it's time for me to be humbled. I can take that. Just give myself a little defeat soda, comfort food. And, I mean, I bring up comfort food the day before Thanksgiving, so I might as well bring it up. I mean, one thing I should say off the bat is I'm thankful for the fact that, like, I've been living with my family for years. So even though, like, plus on the fact we haven't really had extended family or friends for the past, like, 2 or 3 years either. So my Thanksgiving is actually not going to change that much. And I know, like, for a lot of people, Thanksgiving is going to be drastically different, or else I'm judging you. Yes, I'm going to let that sink for a bit. But yeah, like, I don't deserve actually having Thanksgiving with family this year. It just happened to work out that way, just because, like, I mean, we're all living together anyways. So there's not really much more I can do to self-isolate myself from them than I already am. And I think, like, it's gotten... Point being, though, like, I gotta give my mom credit. She's a good cook. So, like, that alone's gonna leave a lot to look forward to with Thanksgiving. And it's a nice family event at the very least. And at least, like, since we're already together and already exposed to one another, I don't have to worry. We can still spend it as a family, like a lot of people unfortunately won't. And I kind of wish, like, there was more I could do to bring other families together while keeping them safe. But please do, if you're watching, please do me a favor. Please don't travel this year, especially if you live in the US. Like, there's just too much going on with the world, and I think we all know what I'm talking about and what I'm like dancing around the bush with. But like, it's not worth like risking someone you care about getting sick, and I'm not being able to hang out with you next year. We'll just leave it at that. Let her know, like, what sort of Thanksgiving dishes do we like to have? I'll be honest, like, it took me forever to be a turkey person, and like, even now, like, the only time I really enjoy turkey is during Thanksgiving. I mean, that's a lie. Like for a long time, I wouldn't like cold cut subs because the only thing I liked there was roast beef, but I kind of like only like warm roast beef. But like, as I got more and more used to turkey, I pretty much like whenever I'm forced to have a cold cut sub, because like maybe someone at the office is providing us subs and like cold cut is the only option, I just go for pure turkey. But you know how I got myself used to turkey? Dark meat on turkey. Like, so great. And honestly, like, but even though how I like turkey more now than I used to, turkey's not even the best part about Thanksgiving. It's the stuffing. Like, it's the only time of year I get to have it, but if I could, I would have stuffing like all the time. It's just like, I think like it's made out of fruit. It does have a little bit of that fruity taste. It's like bread, but sweet. And I like bread. And I like sweet. I don't mind my bread being sweet. So, I like stuffing. Yeah, thinking more about it, I think that would be my favorite part about Thanksgiving. It's kind of, I can see how that could be kind of lame with like all the great dishes that people make for Thanksgiving. And I'm specifically keeping dinner separate from dessert, because if we were to include dessert in there, like pretty much literally any dessert would beat anything that you could get on the main course for Thanksgiving. And it includes stuff like, there's always like plenty of pie to go around. Family also tends to make like this cookie cake. It's weird to describe because it's not a chocolate chip cookie cake, but it's like loafer cookies stacked up horizontally with cream, with like whipped cream or a frosting in between each cookie, and then you like refrigerate it and you cut it like a cake. It's fantastic. Highly recommend looking it up and seeing what it's like. And that's the way to end the set, so I'm gonna end myself a set.